You could be like, oh,
Lauren, you can't kill or otherwise maim or fuck people up for knocking on your door at 3 in the morning. You can't do that. I'm eating 2 gummies. Sorry, let me mute it. CBDX.com, promo code ROTC. By the way, they started actually getting their shipping caught up. I could see it now, so you can order. Lauren, if somebody knocks on your door at like some crazy ungodly hour, is that obnoxious? And does it go against normal societal norms? Yes. But you never know. Some chick might be getting raped nearby. It might be pounding on your door and might really need the police. You have to evaluate every door knock at 3 a.m. situation independently of one another. And I can tell you this, Lauren. Let's say you had a gun. Somebody came pounding on your door at 3 in the morning and you just shot them through the door without doing a lot of research. You're going to go to jail. There's no... you can't do that. You can't just go, Your Honor, it was 3 in the morning and they knocked. I shot them through the door 3 times. They're dead. I thought it was a break-in. Well, clearly it wasn't a break-in. They didn't break in. So, like, a knock at the door, every one of those needs to be evaluated on... And again, I'm not recommending you walk up to your peephole. If you're already not near that door, then just grab your gun, call 911, and chill out somewhere where you can see the door, but where you're shielded from it with a firearm in your hand. If you're already far away from the door, don't approach the door. You're just asking, like, just stay away from whatever you think the danger is. Call 911. If it is some girl that got raped in an apartment nearby and they're banging on your door, guess what? The cops are going to show up and the whole problem's solved anyway. But you don't shoot through the door. You don't fight the door. You don't speak to the door. You don't look through the door. You grab a gun. You get shielded from the door, but somewhere where you have a view of it, some field of view, you call 911 and you go, somebody's knocking on my door, and it's this is at the police should be called at this hour for knocking on my door hour. So can you guys come here and can we sort this out while I'm on the other side of this door? Please, thank you. And then they stay on the line with you and they send a dispatch or they send a cop out, and then you just stand there in the hallway at the end of the hallway, like I've done twice because I had a couple scares. I had one scare recently. I don't know if I told this story on the air. This is wild. My next door neighbors, the cool ones that got rid of the food or whatever and left me a note and stuff. Like, I'm mad chill with them now. I always chat with them. So they had a friend or a relative that was staying for like a weekend. One of those standard, like, not a new roommate, not somebody who's around long, just somebody who like was in it from out of town for a couple of days, and he was staying with him. This is pretty funny. So this guy, I guess, went out with them, or they went out together, and then like they're married, they got kids, whatever. They came home like normal adults and settled in early. And I guess, like, I don't know the whole story, but I guess homeboy he's like the me of that family, where he's like, whatever. He was just out and about and chilling, and he didn't have anything rooting him down. So he was like, oh, you guys go home, man. I want to stay out. And they're like, okay, but make sure you know what building and apartment number. And it was one of those where he just fucking didn't, like, he got the apartment number slightly off. So he was literally just like trying my door and like being like, hey, yo, what's up, man? Like, let me in. I don't have a key. Like, it was one of those things. And dude, and he was just, I didn't hear that like casual, I don't have a key. It was just let me in. I heard the door getting tried. Dude, I was sitting there with my gun, like fucking trained at the floor, like at the fucking end of the hallway, like just waiting. And I could hear him because I leave my window cracked a little bit to let air in and let the cat hang out. And I just heard him like, come on, man, let me in. What the fuck? Da, da, da. And it was like he was being loud enough that next door they heard him. And I was just literally, it was 5 minutes of me going with my phone. And I was ready to like start, because I'm not going to do 911. That's why, like, I just usually dial whatever the fucking local thing is. And I'm like, And I'm like looking, and I'm looking, and then like I don't want to call 911 until it's a thing. And then all of a sudden I heard, "What the fuck are you doing?" And like there was a chat going on outside the window where I'm like, and it just, I could tell, like I immediately was like, like it was one of those where like I could hear the, "What are you doing, dude? We're over here. That's my neighbor, dude." And I was like, "Yeah, we're fine. We're good. We're good." It was one of those situations. It actually worked out perfectly. I had the alertness, but didn't, nobody like went nuts or like, so I'm saying, Lauren's like, "Fuck you. You knock, I'll kill you." And I'm like, "No, you got to be smart. Like sometimes you just have to have the gun nearby." And sometimes your cat is being an idiot and meowing at the door, and you're like, "Shut the fuck up." But yeah, it's just like, that was one of those where I was like, just chilling. But it's like, sometimes even at that hour when you live in the hood, like, people are not going to be, like, I knew it wasn't, I just didn't know what it was. I thought it was an internet weirdo, to be honest, because the knocking and the saying, "Hey," felt like a, "I'm fucking with you," or like, you want to, like, it wasn't like a, again, like, you want to kick in the, like, if you're going to do a home invasion or something, I know enough to know you're going to fucking just kick the door in and go with shock and awe. So I kind of knew it was like, but I just still was like, just sitting at the end of that hallway, like, "Please, God, don't let this be a fucking weird thing." And then it was just, "Dude, get the fuck back in. Dude, that's my neighbor." Blah, blah, blah. "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm fucked up, man. I got dropped off by the door." Like walking away, and I heard the door next door shut, and I'm like, okay, see? That's why you don't get retarded with it. That's why I don't like this bravado with people. "I'll fucking kill it." It's like, dude, no. Sometimes you just get a gun and go, "Shh." And the beauty is, like, 9 times out of 10 in life, it's always something where you're like, "Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. It's just the neighbors arguing. Okay, yeah, just go back to sleep. It's fine." Yeah, no, the neighbor beats the shit out of his wife like 3 times a week. It's fine. Go back to bed. It's fine. Go back to bed.
Oh, well, we're gonna fuck you up because we're gonna violently knock on your door.
But my favorite part of that was literally me standing at the hallway, gun trained at the floor, just being like not visible, but seeing the door. And then my stupid cat, Louie, just twirling around and then sitting up and looking at me at the door, just going, "Meow, meow," like looking at me. And I'm like, "Meow." And I'm like, "You're a fucking asshole." And then I was like, you know what? That's great. AIDS cat is at least going to be, if this is somebody home invading me, they're going to kick the door in, and that idiot is going to meow, and he's going to get shot first. I'm like, you know what? I love you, Louie, but you're going to give me the advantage. You're going to give me the meow, and they're going to go, "What the fuck?" And then I could just come in with the fucking, with the strobe going, pow, pow, pow. Like, oh, God damn it. I heard a noise, homie. It was a cat meowing, man. Now we're getting shot at.